So dear students, I Rakesh Jain from Gyanviyar University. Today I am going to teach you some numericals of block diagram reduction techniques. As I have already been taught you in previous lectures, what are the basic rules to solve the numerical to find out the transfer function of a question with the help of block diagram reduction techniques. So first of all, just see this MS Paint file where two questions are mentioned. So see, these are our two questions. Let's suppose this is question number 1, where we have to find out the transfer function, of a block diagram is given in which the output is CS and input is RS, and we have to find out the transfer function of this system. And this is your question number 2, where we have to find out the transfer function of this system where the output is denoted by CS and input is denoted by RS. First of all, as we know that transfer function is what? Just the ratio of CS divided by RS, the output divided by input, that is RS. Okay, let me first start with this first numerical. We have to solve this numerical and find out the transfer function for the same. Okay, so this is my question number 1. So now see very carefully. As we know, there are certain rules behind whenever we use the block diagram reduction technique. One is, whenever blocks are in cascade, just multiply those blocks. The second rule is, whenever blocks are in parallel, just add them, right? Whenever we want to move a pick-off point, that is also known as take-off point, after a block, then the gain of that block also comes in the reciprocal manner with the same. And if we move the pick-off point or take-off point before the block, then the gain of that block also comes as it is. Similarly, we can move the summing junction after a block, then the gain will come directly, and if we move the summing junction before a block, then gain will come in reciprocal manner. Now let we start. First of all, now see this block. Now see this one. I change the color size so you will understand. Now see this here, a G1 comes in a summing junction, and also a direct line is also come in the summing junction, where the starting point of this direct line and the starting point of this block G1 is at the same point. It means they are coming from the same point and they are going at the same point. They are coming at the same point and they are going at the same point. The block G1 input and output is gone into the summing junction. Similarly, this feedback line, this direct line is also go to the summing junction, and they comes from the same point. It means they are in parallel. So the blocks G1 and this direct line is in parallel, because no gain in this direct line is given. It means the gain is 1. So whenever blocks are in cascade, what is our rule? Our rule is, I just remove this all line, just copy and paste, and in which we do the step number first correction. Okay, so what is the step number first? Step number 1 is what? Step number 1 is solve the parallel block. As we solve right now here, this block G1 and this direct line whose gain is 1 is come into a summing junction with both are with positive sign. So we have to add them. Whenever blocks are in cascade, whenever blocks are in parallel, what is our rule? Our rule is just add the gain of those blocks. Here the one block gain is G1 and second block is directly B. It means the gain is 1. So both are summing junction. That's why the overall gain is 1 plus G1. So we just remove this. Instead of that, we just draw a block. Whose gain is the addition of this 1 plus D1. 1 plus D1. Okay. Now, what is my second step? Now see very carefully. After this, see very carefully. These two blocks are in cascade, 1 plus G1 and this G2. These two blocks, one block gain is 1 plus G1 and second block gain is G2. So blocks are in cascade. So we know the rule that whenever blocks are in cascade, just multiply them. So here we are going to solve this step number second. Solve the cascade block. So we can solve the cascade block such that we multiply with each other. These two blocks will multiply with each and a single block will come. Now a single block will come because we know that whenever blocks are in cascade the gain will be multiplied. So one gain is 1 plus G1 and the second gain is G2 So both will be number second. Now see this one with now we are going to see. Okay, now question number second. See this one. This is your question. Now see very carefully. This is your question number. I just remove this question number first because we have already solved. So let I take a snapshot and go to your group also. Kindly wait for a while. Okay. Now I am just removing this and we are going to solve the question number second. Now see question number second. Question number second is very interesting question because it is a little typical comparative question. See very carefully. I again copy this one here so that I will solve you. I will able to solve in front of you. Now see this. Here there is a feedback loop. One block is G3, one block is G4 and there is a feedback loop, but this is a pick off point. So we can move this pick off point. This is a pick off point and circle purple is a pick off point. This is a pick off point. So step number first is we can move this pick off point just after this block. We can move this pick off point just after this block. And we know the rule that whenever a pick off point just move after a block, then the gain of that block. What is the gain of this block? The gain of this block is G4. So G4 will also come in reciprocal manner with the same line which we move. So we move this pick off point. So in this line of H3, one more quantity will be add up and that will be the reciprocal of G4, that is 1 upon G4. So what I am going to do, I just do here. Kindly look at, this is my diagram. This is my step number first actually. Okay. Now see very carefully. What I do, I just move this, I just remove this one because I move the pick off point just after the block. So I just move it here. Okay, so now my pick off point just move before the G4 to after the G4. Okay, but what will happen whenever we move any pick off point after a block, then in the same line which we move, the gain of that block also come in the reciprocal manner. So here, because we move after G4, so 1 by G4 will be come. So 1 by G4 will be come. I just reduce the size so you will. Okay, now see, because this pick off point just move after the block, that's why 1 by G4 will come into the line. So this is my step number first. So I write down here as step first, move the pick off point, move the pick off point after the block, move the pick off point after the block, and this is the diagram of that step number first. Now see, kindly see once again on the question. Forget about the right hand side because we just move it from the first side. Okay, now see this one. Now see this one. If we move this summing junction, this is a summing junction. So we can move this summing junction before this block. We can move this summing